Hello everyone and welcome to United Red Devil TV, coming back with our transfer news and rumours show on this lovely Thursday afternoon. Without further ado, we're going to jump in and I hope everyone is doing good. And we're going to start in with our news and rumours. Manchester United could see their summer transfer business come to an end with an imminent arrival of Manuel Ugarte. The Reds finally reached an agreement with Paris Saint-Germain for the midfielder after accepting Napoli's proposal to sign Scott Mctominay. Ugarte will soon join Lenny Yoro, Joshua Zirkzee, Matthijs de Ligt and Nassar Mazraoui as a new summer signing. Despite a plethora of new faces already coming into Old Trafford, several players are still being linked with an Old Trafford switch. Ivan Toney, Raheem Sterling and Ben Chilwell are among those said to be of interest, but United have rejected the chance to sign the latter. As for Toney and Sterling, United could still make a push to sign either, with Chelsea heavily involved in both deals. Meanwhile, Juventus have made contact for Jadon Sancho, with the expectation remaining that the winger will depart the club over the next 36 hours. Atletico Madrid are said to be weighing up a move for former Manchester United loanee Sofian Amrabat. United refused to rule out a return move for the midfielder earlier this summer, although such a prospect looks unlikely. They had initially refrained from triggering the purchase clause in last season's loan deal. Fellow midfielder Manuel Ugarte is expected to be unveiled before long after undergoing his medical on Wednesday. His move from PSG will cost an initial £42.3 million. And a tweet from Fabrizio Romano: Atletico Madrid keep looking for new midfielder, and Sofian Amrabat is one of the favourite options. Diego Simeone pushing for Amrabat. Not an easy deal, as Fenerbahce are offering a loan with buy obligation as Fiorentina want, while Atleti only offer a loan move. Former United striker Teddy Sheringham has pulled no punches in his assessment of Jadon Sancho's situation at Old Trafford. The winger is expected to leave the club by the weekend, with Juventus in talks over some sort of deal, be it a loan or purchase. He was left out of the squad against Brighton on Saturday, which Sheringham says was ominous. Despite Sancho and Erik ten Hag agreeing to end their feud this summer, he wasn't on the bench in the game. That's a bit of a wow moment for me, he told Prime Casino. The player isn't going to like that one little bit, but that's the manager's decision and there's nothing wrong with him deciding to leave him out. There's too many flitty in and out wingers at United. Too many flashy players that don't really do the business, and he's one of them. An ex-player that actually knows that he's trash. Sky Italy has posted a clearer video of McTominay leaving the airport and being shoveled into a car. Once inside the vehicle, he gives a big thumbs up to excited Napoli fans. Off to the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium he goes. Footage of Scott Mctominay landing in Naples has been shared on social media ahead of a transfer from United. The midfielder is set to swap Manchester for southwest Italy in a deal worth around £25 million. It will be the academy graduate's first move of his career. Napoli fans gathered at what appears to be the airport to welcome him to their club, with the player's entourage flanking him as excited fans swarmed around, chanting in delight. Not entirely sure what the footage was recorded on, mind. Juventus are reportedly having to scramble together funds in order to stump up a greater sum for Jadon Sancho. Italian outlet Gazzetta says that a club are looking to offload a sale before Friday's deadline in order to afford the services of Sancho. United remain in talks with Juventus. Reports elsewhere suggest that Juventus could propose to loan Sancho with an obligation to buy at the end of the deal, which would hand him the old lady more time to pull together funds for his transfer. Manchester United defender Reece Bennett is close to joining Fleetwood Town on a season-long loan. Bennett travelled to the United States for the summer's pre-season tour and made substitute appearances against Arsenal, Los Angeles and Liverpool and South Carolina. The centre-back wants regular game time this season, and although his proposed loan to Fleetwood is yet to be completed, it should be finalised before the transfer deadline. Manchester United star Jadon Sancho prefers a move to Chelsea over Juventus, as per The Guardian. The England international is expected to depart Old Trafford before deadline day, with both clubs holding talks. Blues boss Enzo Maresca was asked an update on Sancho in his most recent press conference. Though he remained coy, his verdict suggested he is a big fan. If we can sign a player that can help us, for sure I would, he said when asked about Sancho. Jadon is not our player. I know him very well, but he is not our player. When Manuel Ugarte spoke to the in-house broadcasters of PSG towards the end of last September, he would have still been envisioning a long, successful career in the French capital. The 7.5-minute chat, helpfully subtitled in English for PSG British website, looks back on Ugarte's first experience of the French Classique, the showdown between the country's two biggest clubs and two largest cities. PSG versus Marseille is a clash of culture and style, as well as a big football match. Hannibal Mejbri had only officially been a Burnley player for a few hours, but began the club's League Cup defeat to West Ham last night. The midfielder started the game and played 45 minutes before being replaced at the break. United have inserted a 50% sell-on clause into his deal as part of his move, meaning United will receive a belated payday later down the line if he is moved on. Scott Mctominay is expected to leave United as a deal with Italian club Napoli nears. Native newspaper Corriere dello Sport claims that the midfielder is set to fly out to Naples today, although he is unlikely to complete his medical until tomorrow. It would mean the Scotland star's exit would only go through on deadline day tomorrow, barring any hiccups in the medical checks. Claims from the Evening Standard suggest that Ivan Toney would prefer a move to Chelsea over United. The report links both clubs with the Brentford star, who has been left out of his club's early fixtures this season due to the transfer interest surrounding him. Toney is in the final year of his B's contract, and United are said to have held initial early talks, but Chelsea look to be the front runners ahead of tomorrow's deadline. A report from TalkSport says Everton are considering a move for former United loanee Sofiane Amrabat. United had refused to totally rule out a second move for the Moroccan, who had been an optional but out clause in his loan deal last season. The club decided against triggering it and moved back to Old Trafford seemed slim following the scheduled arrival of Manuel Ugarte. Amrabat is currently back at employers Fiorentina, but is considered likely to move before the end of Friday. We should have brought him back as backup, mate, to be fair. A swap deal with Chelsea's Raheem Sterling might not go ahead, according to a fresh report which suggests Jadon Sancho is heading to Juventus. RMC Sport claims Sancho is poised for a loan move to the Italian giants with an obligation to buy attached as part of the deal. That might indicate that United's window for incomings is over, given United remain cautious over a Sterling arrival, albeit have opened primitive talks about a transfer. This is according to Fabrizio Hawkins, who's not someone I've heard of. Breaking agreement between Manchester United and Juventus for Jadon Sancho. Loan plus obligation to buy. The player is keen on the move. That was over on X. Brentford star Tony could be at the centre of an intense deadline day transfer battle between Chelsea and Manchester United. The Blues recently identified him as a serious alternative to Victor Osimhen, with financial concerns causing that deal to stall. United have also discussed a move with Rasmus Højlund out injured, and thus no natural number 9 available to Erik ten Hag. Tony could yet remain at Brentford, though manager Thomas Frank seems to have moved on regardless, having left him out of the club's opening 2 Premier League matchday squads. Reports from RMC Sport claim United have finally agreed a deal to sell Sancho this summer. The article suggests that Sancho will join Juventus initially on loan before finalising a permanent agreement next summer. United have been open to selling the 23-year-old this summer, despite Erik ten Hag reintegrating the winger into his squad following their bust-up last season. That comes on ongoing interest from Chelsea. Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United will likely be made official on Thursday, which is today, after an agreement was reached with PSG. The midfielder has already travelled over to England and completed his medical with it, therefore his arrival is announced in the coming hours. If United can register him before 12 PM on Friday, he will also be available to make his debut against Liverpool on Sunday. Manchester United remain a possible destination for Raheem Sterling, with his career at Chelsea seemingly over. The Blues winger has been training away from the first team squad, and Enzo Maresca has confirmed again there is no way back for Sterling at Stamford Bridge. I said already many times, he is a fantastic person. He said on Wednesday, the only thing is that every manager has a different idea. He is not the type of winger I like. That says nothing about Raheem. The history and the numbers speak for Raheem. For all of the players that are training apart, before the transfer window closes, they will not play. And I think that's it for this afternoon's transfer news and rumours. A little bit shorter because I've actually managed to do it a little bit earlier today. Hopefully I have covered everything. If I haven't, please don't hesitate to drop me a comment down below so I can check it out for this evening's show. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please don't forget to drop me a like on the video, share the video around, and if you're new, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you don't miss a video. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.